In this episode, we will travel on our bikes from sunrise till sunset, experiencing some of the best roads in the garden route, and by far the most adventurous. We will travel over two passes, one which we think is going to be difficult, and one which we think is not going to be too difficult. We'll end up pushing a KTM and traveling through roads that say they're closed, but guess what? They're open. And to end it off, we'll have some beautiful Karoo landscapes as we travel back. The route for today is traveling from Wittedrift to Vlugt. Then we'll be heading along the Vlugt road, heading towards the N9. We'll turn onto the tar for about 30 kilometers, where we'll turn off to Louvane, the farm Louvane, a historical farm. This will give you access to the 4x4 route, or the old ox-wagon trail that will take you over the mountain and drop you off in Bergplaas. Drop off the key, we'll turn right, and we will start heading on the old road to George. And from George, we'll do the Montagu pass. Once we get to the top of the pass, we will then head towards the Kamanasi, and we will travel on the gravel all the way back as far as we can, and then just do the Vlugt road and head on home. It's a long ride, a full day ride, lots of adventuring. Come along. There's nothing better than traveling these roads. Being a videographer, I always like to follow my mates, and the light this morning is spectacular. Coming down the hill here into Vlugt, literally we try and make a stop at the little farm stall. They do awesome barista cook and stuff, but it's a little bit too early for that, so we'll just have a coffee and then we'll get going again. Watch out for those crazy dogs when you start heading there. They like to give you a little bit of a charge. We know these roads pretty well. We travel them often in order to go on our adventures. This is a lovely road just to get warmed up and get us to our destination, which is the Louvain farm. Inevitably, there's always a bit of tar, but here's just a short section. We always tend to wait at intersections for each other to catch up, and then we get going. Here we are, Louvane. Time to get those permits. I like Kevin with the stone.
Well, you can. Sometimes you knock the starter mode and it kind of releases the stuff.
It works.
Oh, really? I thought Kevin was just trying to get in touch with his caveman roots. Rosie, stop being a bitch! Here we go. Time to climb up to the picnic site. We've got our directions. None of us have done this route before, so it should be good. Always a little bit apprehensive, not knowing what we'll encounter. Oops, wrong turn. Dieter seems to know where he's going. Let's follow him. So far, everything seems easy enough. A little bit rocky in places, but nothing we can't handle. Today I'm actually riding a friend's bike because my trusted DR650 is giving me a few problems. I've never ridden a little 300L before, but this bike is awesome. A lot lighter than my bike and seems to be able to get you anywhere. Looks like we're almost at the top. How's that view? Wow, how awesome is that? To see a view like this without actually being a hiker is quite unique. You would have had to do something like the Otaniqua hiking trail in the past or climb Craddock Peak in order to get a view from all the way up here of the mountain range and the ocean and the lakes down in the wilderness area. Dieter's riding like a champ on that 640. A few trips ago, he injured his shoulder and said he wasn't going to do any of these trips with us anymore. And here he is, riding like a champ. You know, the objective is just to get there, not to kill ourselves, and mostly just to appreciate the fact that we can ride into these beautiful places. We made it all the way to the picnic spot on top of the world. Awesome 360-degree views. Time for a little break. So it's beautiful up here, but it's time to get going. And I guess one of the things that's a tradition in our rides is fishermen's friends. So yeah, those are our drug of choice. And yeah, let's get going, boys, down this mountain. We've got a long day's riding still to go. Goodbye, most epic view. I really feel like we were lucky to choose this way to come from the Karoo side Louvain farm down to Bergplaas. I feel like it's quite advanced if you are going to climb from Bergplaas up this range and then go down to Louvane. So if you're an intermediate rider, I would say go the way that we did, or if you're enduro rider, go whichever way you want. I guess the thing I like about this 300L is it's nice for a day ride, you know, not carrying any luggage or anything like that. But yeah, I don't know for like a 5-day trip with your luggage and stuff, if you're doing rides like this, it might not be the bike for that kind of journey. But it is very nice to have such a light bike. Kevy always riding ahead on that 500 EXC. Yeah, we start heading into more of a forestry kind of road now, and there are still a few bits where it's a bit, you know, pay attention, some ruts and stuff, but in general we're starting to head out of this valley, I guess. Teamwork, that's the way to ride like this. For me, always I like the ride, but I also like the filming part. When I ride on my own, I would have a lot more equipment, and like I say, it's nice following my shadow, but it's always nice to film a friend having a good ride. Back onto a little bit of connection tar, and then we're down onto the 7 Passes road again, crossing all of these bridges. The road has been closed, but it is open for bikes. Also, go a little bit slower on these roads. There are cars that can travel quite fast, so yeah, pay attention, and if you want, these bridges are really great to stop and have a look. Soon will be time to hit George, which will be our fuel stop. We'll probably just stop for fuel on the other side of the town, and then we'll be heading for the Montagu Pass. The thought is, how bad is this road? We know that it is closed, but how closed is closed? Oops, that's pretty closed. But I'm sure we can get through there. Yep. Oh, this doesn't look so bad. This looks like a walk in the park. Oh, I don't know. This is, that's a bad sign, those ruts. I've never come down and seen those before. Now we start climbing, and I feel like this is going to be an adventure. You never know what you're going to find around the next corner. You really are just following very narrow paths, trying to avoid any rocks and ruts, and yeah, take it slow and let your bike find its way. But yeah, if it's beyond your capabilities, don't give it a go. I think this was the edge for me. And especially because I'm on a friend's bike. Yo. So impressed with detail in that 640. Yeah, we didn't expect this. We had come on this road 3 years ago, and it was a bit damaged, but it was nothing like this. Yeah, going really slow and trying to find one's way. So we did hear that the road has finally got funding for repair, because this is a heritage road. So in a way, it's kind of great that we got to experience it like this, because I'm sure they'll start working on it soon, and pretty soon everybody else will be able to, well, I think they'll be working on it for a year or two probably, and yeah, then it'll be back to its old beautiful self, and it'll be far less of an adventure. But yeah, nice to experience it in this way. Well, at least that's a good way to look at it. Can see the top from here, and I just had a thought that you might be wondering about this music. and I guess I'll just keep you wondering. But I actually listen to music when I ride, and I had a funky 80s playlist playing, not this. But yeah, this is not so bad. Kind of perhaps is more towards the scenery. But yeah, this is pretty much the top of the road. We've all made it. And from here, we will probably head towards a place we heard about called Herolds Wines, just over the pass. Definitely an amazing place to pull in and have a craft beer or a glass of their, I think they said they had 6 different variety grapes, and they make awesome pizzas. So perfect thing to stop and check out. So yeah, after the meal and after the break, it's time to start heading back home. Still some beautiful roads. This is the Perdakop road. Nice, easy flowing road. You'll eventually hit a big intersection where you'll turn right, and literally we're traveling parallel to the N9 now, heading back towards Vlugt. Yeah, but beautiful open road. On the left hand side you have the Kamanasi, and yeah, just faster traveling, obviously big open roads. And a lovely time to just process the passes that we've been on today. And yeah, just give it a thumbs up, because it's yeah, it's a winner. Today's route is a winner. And then yeah, we usually just connect back with the tar again, and we'll need to eventually turn back onto the Vlugt road. That's the road that we started on. And we might stop at Herolds at the Angies G spot in Vlugt and just process a little bit. And then we're going to head home. So thanks for joining me on this ride. It's the first time I'm actually just doing a little bit of a narration over it. And yeah, it's a different way, and I've actually got another video produced that I'll do a little bit of a mix and not just one camera angle. So yeah, great ride. I think I'll put some more info about it in the description, and if you got any benefit or any inspiration, yeah, just give a comment or hit the like button, and ride safe out there. And that's about it. Signing out from the bear.